So in today's vlog, I just wanted to show you kind of what I stitched together for our first podcast. I used two cameras. I used what I'm recording on right now, which is the Canon 5D Mark IV, along with the Canon T3 with a Pro 24mm lens. The Canon T3 actually cut off at about 15 minutes into the podcast, leaving me with only one camera recording. So I can't really use this, otherwise I was going to wait and debut this with all the other podcasts. But anyway, this is going to be a sample of something that me and Carrie Hodson are working on, a project. It's basically called Real Restaurant Radio is the domain name we got, and we're going to be releasing a podcast every week. It's kind of summarizing our week, and we want to give tips to restaurant owners and people who are thinking about opening up a restaurant. Just whatever we can think of to talk about, that's what we're going to do, and share this knowledge and information with you guys. I do know how to run a restaurant. I don't know how to start a podcast. So I actually, Shannon Hernandez, I've been messaging him a lot and been watching a lot of Matt Diavala's stuff, and he does a great job. I just wanted to elevate it to another level. I didn't want to just put another podcast out there. I wanted to add something special to it, so I wanted to spend a lot of time to get it just right. We still need to shoot and edit an intro that I want to do with his restaurant and my restaurant, but I need your feedback. Tell me what you think about the podcast. We're going to do it 30 minutes, one time a week, and if you have any criticism, complaints, or praises, let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We're at 300 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, I think, like everybody else is. So if you haven't, smash that subscribe button, turn on notifications. And again, let me know what I'm doing over here. Let me know what you think about the podcast. So here it is. Episode 2 is the first episode that we actually video recorded. Y'all enjoy the podcast. And again, let me know what you think. Don't be too harsh. But don't be too easy on me either, okay? You have a wonderful day and enjoy the podcast. All right, what's going on, Carrie? How you doing today, man?
Hey, Kostas.
Welcome to the Restaurant Radio, guys. Oh, we got to hit our timer there.
Timer started.
Doing a 30-minute podcast, number 2.
Yeah, number 2. Here we go.
So here we go. August, my birthday's next week, man. I'm 6 days out from being 31.
30 again.
30 again.
30 again.
Oh, man, I embrace
31's good.
No, it's funny. I think at this age, you kind of start to hit that midlife crisis type thing. I don't know. Is that for you yet?
I think opening a restaurant was kind of my midlife crisis. I'm afraid to see what might be my midlife crisis if I haven't done it already.
That's so funny. Yeah, I'm just.
I've already been through the motorcycle thing, changed career thing. So I don't know. I don't have any kids though, so maybe that's.
Well, I have just I'm around. I have a full service restaurant, unlike you, and I have like always like 18, 19-year-old guys that are just like in tip-top shape. Actually, not really. I'm in better shape than most of my employees. So.
Good job. There you go. Did you do something fun for your 30th?
I don't remember.
What?
I don't remember what I did for my 30th birthday. I really did. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Excuse me. I was in London for the day on a layover from my 7-day trip to Greece.
Oh, cool. That's right. You did go to Greece.
Yeah,
awesome.
and I actually timed it to where...
Did you take the whole family?
I did not. Okay. It was a lot with the newborn and the wife. But I actually timed it where my layover was 8 a.m. in London. Actually, I'm sorry. It was like 4 a.m. in London. And then my boarding to go to America was at 6 p.m. So from like 4 a.m. until 6 p.m., I just ran the streets of London. So that was pretty cool. I saw it all.
Do you go every year? Or?
No, I don't. So I think we're going to go not this summer, not next summer, but the summer after. Cool. It's tough with kids. I got the 6-month-old and 3-year-old. Sure. So adds another dimension to the pie.
Come back with whole new inspiration.
For sure.
Invigorated.
For sure.
Or do you get there and you're like, man, I need to up my game? Or you're like, we're actually bringing real Greek food to the...
No, yeah. I think what we're doing here in America, because Greece is so poor, I can offer a lot more to my customers than like a typical restaurant could to their customers in Greece.
Mm-hmm. So you're comparing to, grandma's home cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And obviously, just like we did the collaboration dish, the smoked brisket pasticcio, I used to be so focused on just doing traditional Greek food.
Being authentic.
But authentic's kind of boring sometimes. And I'm like, I can do whatever I want to do. This is my kitchen, dang.
Right. Yeah.
And so
It's important to have your foundation. We do that with our barbecues, like traditionally 100% wood fired, oak.
But have fun with it every now and then.
Right, absolutely.
Dip that brisket into a vat of IPA for a day and then throw a thing in the smoker.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can try that.
So how was your summer anyway, man?
Summer was good. Not as hot this year, but we're a heavy patio type business. So if it's hot or raining, it really dips into us. But we're looking forward to the fall. How was your summer?
It was good. I'm trying to think. It went by so fast. It was May, and now it's August, mid-August.
I'm ready for the teachers' happy hour crowd back.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I think the summertime we did a watermelon feta salad. We did that smoked brisket pasticcio with you. That was really fun. And we actually, a big highlight of the summertime that we didn't mention was your release party.
Oh, yeah.
When was that? Was that June or May?
No, I guess that was spring.
Was that spring?
April.
Was that back in April?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we just started distributing, and you guys tapped our first kegs. And gosh, that was a really fun dinner too. We did a beer dinner.
That was
5 courses.
The place was packed. There was not a
Sold
seat
out.
open in the entire place.
Yeah, we didn't spend enough time enjoying that. No, we did stay up pretty late.
We did. I got in trouble that night. I was up. So the story real quick, and we'll move on. But we actually we had a chef collaboration beer release party.
Yeah, 3 beers, 2 cocktails.
Does that sound official enough?
Yeah, sure.
Chef collaboration,
all the
intrinsic
all
beer,
the buzzwords.
all the buzzwords, which is important to have. I think what people are looking for. I think people are desensitized to words, and I think they really want to see, hoops on fire, dancing elephants. I think the game has changed so much in the 5 years I've been in business. Before you can say pint night, get a free glass, and I think people are like, "Oh,
I have enough glassware.
That's not going to do anything for me."
Right.
So
you gotta have a collaboration special Teku glass or
something crazy. Yeah.
But you pulled out all the stops, for the dinner.
And after the dinner, we ran over to the Main Street Cigars in downtown Rowlett, had a cigar with some of our good customers, and then we actually ended up staying up till 4 a.m. doing what we're doing right now, talking about the restaurant stuff. And I said, man, we've got to get this podcast started because
it's kind of where it started. Yeah,
it really is. Like, we talk to each other every week and we call each other every week, and it's like, why don't we share our knowledge that we're shooting back and forth to each other, to the world? So here we are. I haven't looked at my AC bills, but how are your AC bills in the summertime? We are in Texas, right?
It's bad. I mean, we have a lot of. We're in an old building. It's over 100 years old, of course.
So the insulation and all that stuff is not.
We tore out. The first thing you do is tear out the drop ceiling. That's the first way to modernize.
Oh my gosh.
Modernize. I don't know.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. The open ceiling is so beautiful. If you have drop ceilings, get rid of them.
And we have a lot of chiller units for the beer making process. Big walk-in coolers. So yeah, everything spikes.
Yep. It's sad. That's one thing about the restaurant business. When you open up a restaurant business, you're operating everything, 20 hours a day versus just a 9-to-5 business where you're having to, like a dental office, you have to power it just from, 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. or whatever these dentists work.
We went to all LED. That helps. We try to be mindful of the AC, of course, and have fans running for customers, keep them cool. I put flaps on the back door. Not only does it help with like flies, but it also helps keep the
air in.
the air in the right spot. Put flaps on the walk-in cooler doors too.
So I bought those LED lights back in 2013. They were $20 a bulb back then.
Yeah, wow.
It was crazy, but I got so tired of changing the light bulbs, so I bought it out of that reason. Obviously, the energy savings is also a benefit as well.
I got lucky and found. When we were doing our build out and found track lighting that came with LED bulbs.
Okay.
And they were super cheap, and I haven't had to change them. So, I mean, they're 15, 20 feet in the air. So
it's very convenient when you don't have to change them.
Yeah. And they were dimmable, so I kind of got everything I wanted for $40 a track light, which was great.
Yeah, so when you do look at building out a restaurant, or if you guys buy a restaurant, make sure that you don't waste your time with incandescent light bulbs. I don't think that's really a thing anymore. I definitely see them almost being extinct.
Sure.
But
when we were getting
years.
started,
Yeah, 13, 14, they were still kind of new to the market. Now they're just crazy things are going on with LED bulbs.
So cool. That was summer. It's just another summer of love, man.
You just had your bike ride. That was really fun.
Yeah,
we got that video out too.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of video producing, and it's been really fun for me. It's been a huge learning curve, but I think it's something great. I'm just trying to embrace every year and trying to be trending on what is the newest, hottest thing. And I think video is where it's at. And I think you grasp that concept too. We have a mutual friend, Justin Romine, who has a video production company called Branded Videos. And he really turned us both on, I guess, to videos. I know you went out and bought a camera. I went out and bought a camera. And I think it just opened our eyes that, hey, you don't need to be shooting stuff on iPhone because you're putting this out to the world. And it's almost like people who put out these like random statements on Facebook. It's like, why are you putting that out to the world?
Right.
Well, I think restaurant owners, and if you want to open up a restaurant or if you're operating a restaurant, why are you going to put that out in the world?
Put your best.
Think about it.
You spend all this time on your menu and your build out, and if you take a really junky photo of a messy plate, like
that's your that's your representation of your business. Mm-hmm. And I don't think restaurant owners...
We've all done it, though.
We've all done it, trust me. And especially some of those Facebook Live videos that are so choppy and bad.
Well, and at the beginning, they just tell you, put content out there. You just got to, you got to be on Twitter 3 times a day. You got to have 2 Facebook posts a day. You got to, and just, it's better for me now.
Quality over
time-wise,
quantity.
Quality.
Do you set a goal? I have to ask you that question. Do you set a goal on content? Hey, I want to put out X amount of Instagram posts, Facebook posts a week or a month?
I did
or is it
at
more
one
spontaneous?
point. Now I'm in a rhythm, I think.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sometimes I'll concentrate on one too much and I'll neglect the others because I don't set myself a structure. So I think definitely kind of my goal for the moving forward is to be on a schedule. And I think there's apps out there, and I haven't looked into them, that you can actually preload, let's say 10 awesome photos.
There are.
And you can it'll actually just spit those out.
Yeah, my worry was like it wouldn't stay fresh enough. I want people to see what we're doing now.
I see, but I think using that if you needed to, at least even just scheduling it for 3 weeks.
Sure, like for specials that are stuff you're doing every week or once a week, that could work. Or
you can even just take a picture
if you've planned live music, maybe that. But I don't know if it's really saving you that much time. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, we'll try that out and get back with you guys and let you know, let you guys know about that.
We did our summer concert series in the square too. That kind of June, every Saturday night in June was a big ordeal. Partnered with the city. One thing I learned, or I think I said last time, is like you have to bring all your talents and skills into a business. You also have to be willing to say yes to stuff you're uncomfortable with and see how it goes. So we partnered with the city and built a big beer garden out front, and I don't know, it all worked out pretty well.
So that was the first year you did the concert on the Square series, correct?
Yep.
Was it lucrative? Was it successful?
Yeah, I would say I forget the numbers, but we were up 20% on those days compared to last year. So.
And maybe new customers too, right?
Absolutely, new customers. Yeah, and people getting we're part of kind of like a bigger organism of businesses in a small downtown area, and so getting people exposed to that area, whether they, I don't want them. Well, I'd like them to eat at our place every day, but that's not reasonable, But I do want them to come downtown when they think about going out.
Because I think when people think of Garland, they think of Firewheel Town Center. Let's go to Firewheel. That's what I think. When I think, let's go eat in Garland, I'm thinking Firewheel Town Center.
Sure. People want to go to a place with options and then figure out what they want to do. That's why parking's so important. That's why you see restaurant strips, I think. That's why
100%.
Places like Firewheel Mall exist. So
100%. No, I agree with that 100%.
It's important to get to know your neighbors and hopefully be able to play off of them too.
So I think the big takeaway from that is the whole collaboration thing, and obviously we're sitting here together today because we believe in that. But I think people want to see that. People want to see the downtown area all come together, and I don't think enough cities really have that vibe going for them. They're kind of like everybody on their own. Mm-hmm. And once you bring the city involved, and once they get on board and they realize the importance of it, and more importantly, once all the local businesses realize the importance of it, then you can really create this synergy effect and create a buzz in that area.
Yeah, that's why when someone asks if you want to do something, you say yes. And you get to know them and, you know,
I think it's a new
build
mentality.
relationships.
I think, you know, if you talk to a restaurant owner who's 50 or 60, not putting an age on anything, but I think it's like, I'm not telling anybody my secrets. No one can come into my kitchen. You know, it's hidden away, secret recipes, yada, yada, yada. And it's me versus them. And I think that's just the wrong mindset to have when it comes to restaurant touring.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I see people going into the other businesses across the square or next door, and I'm happy about that. So yeah, you're right. There's two different mentalities.
That's crazy. Well, man, that was summer, and I'm glad that it was successful for both of us.
You guys, I think you were telling me over the phone this week that fall's kind of a tough time for you. Is that?
You know, it's fall is crazy because, and I think what happens whenever it slows down, we all rationalize it in our head. I always make the joke, if it's sunny outside, everybody's at the park playing. And if it's raining outside, everybody's at home. Those don't get
there's
out.
There's always an excuse.
So there's always an
for
excuse
you to not be busy.
when it's not to be busy. That's so funny. I think, do you ever rationalize it like that sometimes?
Yeah, absolutely.
But then I tell myself, there's some restaurant somewhere out there that's completely packed on a 30-minute wait as we speak right now. So there's really no excuse, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I was trying to get at is, I guess I rationalized it in my head that, you know, kids going back to school and spending money on back to school clothes, which that's a true statement, you know. And
there's always that like couple of weekends when they start school or get out for a vacation, you know, that. And
I think families, they kind of get on a small schedule, get more schedule oriented when their kids go to school, because now their kids are forcing them to be on a schedule, and mom's trying to cook meals at home for their kids, you know, trying to get on that routine type thing.
Right, start going to bed at the right time again.
So I think that kind of cuts out going out.
Sure.
Going out to restaurants.
Well, going back to school is expensive too.
Yeah, backpacks, clothes, supplies, all those things. Yeah, it all adds up. And, you know, a lot of families out there are on a really tight budget, and going out to eat is, you know, one of the things that they cut out. So besides that, there's also, you know, all the fairs. We actually both of our restaurants are located just minutes away from the State Fair of Texas. So that's a full month long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know about you,
families only have so much to spend. Like
when I go to the State Fair, I spend a lot of money there.
Right.
And besides that, there's, you know, I think every organization now does a festival. Now that with Facebook and all these things and all the social media out there, everybody's promoting their own fall festival.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only like
golf tournaments, beer festivals are all in October.
And if you've never been to Texas, you only have like 2 months to enjoy the outdoors. Otherwise, it's just hotter than Hades outside, or we'll get like an ice storm or something like that. So there's like 8 weeks where everybody just maximizes. There's like 5 festivals every weekend. The Plano Balloon Festival, the Oktoberfests. There's multiple of those.
So what are you going to do this year to try to combat that?
What I do is, obviously, you know, we started this text program, which and you have a text program as well.
I do.
And if you don't have a text program, guys, look out there. There's some awesome text programs. I think that's a cutting edge way of communicating with customers versus
Takes a
email.
little while to build, but if you offer, like we offer a free house beverage, you know, you can get a beer if you sign up and show us that you signed up. But you give a
free baklava, yeah, okay. The little dessert, yeah, same concept. You give a freebie when they sign up, and then you give them monthly coupons. My MailChimp, which is my email services, I get about a 20% opening rate. Mm-hmm. On the text messaging, I get about 99% opening rate.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because you know they're seeing it. Everybody checks their phone when it beeps.
Exactly. So we'll be doing that for the fall. Also have some fall specials. I have deep fried baklava cheesecake, which is kind of like my
state fair kind of.
My state fair.
Yeah, we did a fried food flight last year to kind of give people that fair experience or that festival experience without having to go there. So.
Exactly. That's the whole concept. And then we actually are booked at some festivals as well this fall. We had to do the Aspasians Art Festivals in Rockwall. If you can't beat them, join them. So if everybody's at the fair,
the event that is right at your front door. You know, if they shut down the street for a 5K, we try to engage that event whenever possible, as opposed to saying, "Oh, poor us," you know, they're going to kill our business.